Hello guys, in this video we are going to be learning what is SQL. SQL means structured query language, and it is a language used to create databases and manage the functions in a database, and it is also used to manage not only the database but also all the data which is stored in a database. SQL is sometimes also used to get in functions like matching and finding the data in databases. Let's see the first acronym, which is CRUD. CRUD means create, read, update, and delete. Create means data can be created, means stored in the database whenever needed. Read means data can be stored in tables which contain rows and columns. Update means data can be updated or altered and changed whenever necessary. Delete means data can be deleted, means removed from the database whenever necessary. CRUD is an acronym of SQL database by which data can be created, read, updated, and deleted in a database while being durable, consistent, and isolated, which is also an acronym. And let's see the second acronym, which is ACID. Atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Atomicity means that transactions are either all or none, commit or roll back. Consistency means that only valid data is saved into our database. Isolation means transactions would not affect each other. Durability means that the written data will not be lost. In this, some people get confused in the atomicity and isolation. Atomicity means that if all the data is committed, then it all must be committed. If there is even one single error, then not just the particular part where is error, all the data will not be entered, which also proves the point of consistency. Only valid data is saved, but it very much goes against isolation, which means transactions would not affect each other. But this is a bit similar and also a bit different. Isolation means the transactions which are being done which are not related to the data which is already stored in the database. But atomicity means that the data which is being entered, which is not already stored but which is being entered at the moment, must be correct from 0 to 10 or 1 to 10, or else if there is even one error, all the data will not be entered. But that not entry means rollback of all the data will not affect the data which is already stored in our database. Now let's just move forward, and it says that SQL is used to make databases, but SQL is commonly used for relational data models. But there are a lot of more databases, like for example tree database, flat data model, object data model, document model, entity attribute value relationship data model, and more and more and more. And for that we will just say etc and etc. In the second page, we will see that we now want to talk about the queries of database. The first query is create database. This query, like its name, creates a database, and after the query of create database, we will give the name of the database. So the database can be named, can be searched, can be selected, can be searched for in our queries. And let's go forward and see the create table query, which creates a table into the database, and a table is the one which is made up of columns and rows. And in the next command we see that it is the select command, which is one of the most powerful commands of SQL, which is helpful in selecting a particular part of a database. So we can use the function of CRUD, means creating data, reading data, updating data, entering data, and deleting data. Now let's just move forward to some practicals. Let's hear in the screen. All you need to have to follow along with me and do the practicals just as I'm doing is a computer, a laptop, whatever you have will work, a Wi-Fi connection, SQL server, and the command line prompt,
and you're good to go. Let's just open up my command line prompt here. If you have a password, it will ask you for a password, or else it will not, just like it's not asking me. We'll go ahead, show database. We will put the command of show databases here. I've got the new keyboard, that's why I need to set up my hands on this, but don't worry, show databases. Anyone who knows basic English understands what it's saying. Show databases. Show the databases which are in the database we are accessing right now, which is localhost. Localhost, do you understand? So now I'll give it a command of create database Avengers. Oh, may I tell you one thing which you may be confused till now, that you have listened everywhere. Everywhere they say SQL is not case sensitive. SQL is not case sensitive. Right, in whichever caps you want. SQL is not case sensitive. But it is kinda true, kinda wrong. Because SQL may not be case sensitive. It is not case sensitive, but the other languages, PHP, Python, they are case sensitive. And they will be accessing your SQL database. So if you have written it like uppercase A, lowercase b, uppercase, like you have mixed it up. Let me just show you example. If you have written it something like this, they will have a lot of problem. They will not be able to understand what have you written. So for that purpose only, we will just write it neatly and cleanly. Even though we will not be accessing in this video, we will not be accessing it through PHP or any other language. But the best practice is the prompts, the commands, create, drop, show. They can be in any case, but the names and the data must be in a proper form. Created, use Avengers. Still, we're pretty clear. We are asking it to use the Avengers database. Oh, I gave the name wrong. Sorry. I have a sore throat. Please forgive me for that. Like this. Database changed. Still pretty simple English, if you know. Create table of heroes. I am prepared for this one. Create table heroes, and then we will give it its columns. Hero ID, integers, plus we will give it not null, and there we will give it auto increment, boom, like that. But for safety purposes, I will copy this. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Let's just do it again. Create table heroes. That is the safety which I was taking. Oh, so it was copied? Yes, it was. Enter. Oh, wait a second. We don't need to do all this. I have the values. Do you need anything else? But the values are not in such state that they will be usable. To make them usable, I've not completely got them that you'll not just get to copy paste them. To use these values, we need to just do this varchar 255. Very simple. Means characters. The first name will have characters in it. I think so. It is simple to. Oh my goodness. It is not giving an error. What? Why it is not ending? It should end. Oh, not like this. And like like now it will go on continuously because let me just give it a primary key hero ID. So it knows that. Man, damn. Oh my goodness. It is a continuation of quotes there. Finally. Just ignore these stuff. We did one mistake because of which our everything got ruined. So for that purpose only, our backup will work here, which I created just a moment ago. Boom, like that, and hero ID not null, increment. Car, which will be the maximum limitations of 255, which will be not null. Not null. You don't want it to be null. This will also be varchar. Should we get it to a detailed one or just not simple? I think so. Simple would be better. Forget about these. We'll just give it ages of integers. Here we will give it primary key of hero ID. It should work up, but still, always keep a backup. So in SQL, if you are a beginner, this I suggest you that. This is not like a practice stuff, but yeah, I suggest that whenever you write a query like this, see that it worked out, so it is not a problem. If it didn't, I could have just the copied verb. I could have just gone up to here in my notepad, pasted it, check out for errors, remove these, paste there. It would be pretty much simple though. Now let's just see our describe command. Describe table heroes. Yeah, we can see table name is heroes and all this stuff. Sorry guys, I have sore throat. So yeah. Nextly we will go ahead and what are we supposed to do? Yeah, insert into the table name. We are defining the values now, like the rows. Like this. I will tell it that I will not be playing around with the hero ID because that is auto increment. F name, L name, and age. Done. Enter. Values. Thor. Yeah, Thor. Oh, double quotations. For text, we give double quotations. Pretty much everyone knows about that because if you have studied CSS, there it is there. And before learning CSS, you can't just directly jump into the SQL databases because you need a structure for your website. Odinson. Independent. Boom. And after that, who has an? I think Thor is Too old. Here. Okay. Here. Yes, query is okay. And one row was affected. And now, before giving more values to it, we'll just go ahead, run our first select command. Select. Now, here where it gets interesting but a bit complicated. Select star. Star means everything. Even in HTML, we do that. Like in CSS, when we do that everything should be like whatever we want to do it. So, select everything from heroes. Select everything from heroes. Now we can see a nice little table. We have created a database. We have created a table there. It is a very big thing. It may be like very small thing. Yeah, it is very easy. But for normal person, they're like, oh, database creation, it is very difficult. It is very easy. Don't take it hard on yourself. We will do this. If you have multiple values and the values are repetitions, like they have repetitions to themselves, you can just you just need to write the whole things here with the names changed. For now, for the starters, we will just use this method that we will copy it from there and paste it here. Then we will change the values, paste it there, enter. Let's just give it Spider Man. Yeah, we can see pretty clear. But now we have a problem. Select everything from heroes. We have a problem there. Wait a second. See, we all the time we're going out with the first letter capital, other letter small strategy. But we made a mistake there. In the Thor Odinson, we made a mistake that, man, these are all capital. So how do we fix that? And also, in the age, Spider-Man is not 1500 years old. He's only 16 or 17. How to change? Basically, the purpose of me saying all this is that how to change our database data which is already stored there. How to change a table's data which is already been stored and you want to change it. So how do we do that? Let's just see. So to do this correctly, we use the update statement. Update. We are trying to update heroes. Update heroes. And then we will put it a set command that set the first name is equal to Thor plus the L name means last name is equal to Odinson. Odinson, but in a mannerful, captivating way. Enter. Where. Now we are also getting to our first where command. So just notice here that I did not identify that on which row is it specified to set F name, last name to Thor and Odinson. I do not specify. Now we are specifying it. Where hero ID means we are using the primary key as our main factor so that we can locate any row of it in a very simple and easy way. 1. ID is equal to 1. And this should work Okay. QDs. Okay. One row affected. Rows matched 1. Changed 1. Warning 0. Let's just select everything from heroes. And yeah, you can see that is fixed. But still, the Spider-Man's age is still not fixed up. Let's just fix that up real quick as well. Date. Heroes. Set the age. I remember that Spider-Man is 16 years old. If I'm wrong, correct me please in the comment section. If you're there to comment, also leave a like there. No problem. Oh, Spider-Man. I still have a sore throat. Just drop a like. It's free, man. Like this. Age is equals to 16. Where hero ID is equal to 2. Boom, finished. Okay, rows matched 1, changed 1. Pretty simple. If you don't tackle with errors one day, then you should be thankful. Because errors are something which no one likes, but everyone has to tackle. We can see our table is there, but there are only a very few values, and there are a lot of other functions which I want to show you now. I cannot show you. Why? Because there are very few values. So let me just go ahead, insert in some values into this, and I'll meet you in a moment. I have completely made a small database. Here we can see query, okay, vulnerable, infected, and everything like that. Are you ready to see the database? It is a very small database. But are you ready? 1, 2, enter. Here you go. Your database is ready. Now, who is noticing something? The person who has a sharp eye will notice it. Who is the sharp guy here? Number 10. Hero ID number 10. First name. Rocket. Rockets. This O is capital. So what will we do? I just told you about this. You must know about this. Go down there in the comment section. Firstly, pause the video. Go down there and write what will we do. Yes, that's my boy. Update command. We use update. Like if you keep participating with me, then your mind will be recalled and reminded how to do it. Like this. Where ID, hero ID is equal to 10. See how is our primary key working out nicely on the cost and not causing any problems. And even if there are problems, not because of the primary key, but even if they are, it is helping us to solve them. Now here it is. Now we will just see our select statements. I will write select everything from heroes, but here I will not end it. I will give it another state. Where? Just think that sometimes we need to go through some procedures that we only want a specified age people. How many people are 50? How many people are 54? Where age is equal to 54. You can see Bruce Banner is 54, Ant-Man is 54, Captain America is 54. These all are 54. Let's try another thing out here. SQL is a thing to play with. If you play with it, you will understand more and more and more and more. Here I can do this. Yes. Let's see if this works. Yes. Where age is greater than 60. It is only Thor. Let's just go ahead. Write the same thing again. I'm writing the same thing again. But this time we will say heroes where age is smaller than 20. Who is in the 20s in our Marvel? Spider-Man is in his 20s. Rocket is in his 20s. Like early 20s. Not even in his 20s, like behind it. Spider-Man is 16. Rocket is 14. And let's just see that select. In the select segment, it's I'm just showing it out to you. Sometimes there will be origin, state, and everything like that, by which you could do it, like all the earth people, all the people from earth, or all the people who are strong, all the people who are weak, like that you can also send it by, but we have not given such columns here. And after entering this much data into the database, it will be hard to manage. So if you want to give them in the start. But if you don't want to give them, just don't give them. But if later on it comes in your mind, it pops up into your mind that I need to give it like the earth, the origin, or something like that, then you can use the alter command here. I'm not denying that, but it will get up to very complications. The alter command, alter table. The alter command is usually not used for creating more tables, creating more columns into it. Its main purpose, the main use, which is done very commonly, is to rename stuff. Like if I do hero ID to ID, just ID. It is like I'm just giving you up an example, but I will show you properly. Even in examples, I will show you properly that how to set this alter table thingy. Let's just go ahead. Alter table. Heroes. Alter table. Heroes. And enter. Rename column. Rename column. Hero ID to ID. See, curio, like it worked up. Now if I select our hero table, then you will see that it will say just ID instead of hero ID. See, it says just ID, but we don't want it like that. We want the hero ID there. So I will go ahead. The trick which I told you earlier. Remove this. I will put it here. And this will be put it here. Boom, fixed. Like this. Now if we again do the select command, you can see pretty simple, pretty amazing, pretty great. And this is how you can play out with the SQL databases. You can create databases, you can manage databases, you can search for them with the where commands and stuff like that. There are a lot of other stuff which you can also do which I did not cover. But if you want me to cover that as well, you can comment down below. But I want you personally, I want you to just dive into the world of SQL databases. Search yourself for the hunger of more. Like if you self-learn, no? If you learn yourself, if you try, if you just play, if you're just playing around, that will help you way more than you expected to. If you're just playing around like this, it will help you a lot. Just play around, make databases, manage them, try to connect them with other languages. If you get any problem, you can comment down below or you can search in the Google. A lot of solutions. There's no such problems there. So I have to go now. Please leave a nice little comment over there. And also, when you're up to that, just subscribe there.